Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your twin flame love story. So this is going to be a twin flame specific reading for those of you that find yourself on the twin flame journey. Now, I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, only take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today, I think except for one, are created by myself and will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful organites from my friend Michelle from Bell's Wing and Bell, and these are the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Twin Flame Nudes. So let's get into it. We're going to follow an outline today that I've created. What major lessons ultimately brought you and your twin flame together in this life? So this isn't going to be all of the reasons. It's just what Spirit wants to share with us and highlight today. So this is my Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind Oracle. Let's see what lessons, what major lessons ultimately brought you and your twin flame together in this lifetime. Let's take a look. What is the energy? Ooh, I will be the object of your desire. Obsessed. Okay, guys. So this right here is definitely an intense energy, and it does come up for twin flames. Sometimes you feel like you're going crazy. Sometimes it does generate something within you where you feel like you're a little out of control. Ooh, the candle just really crackled there. So, but this can also be very triggering for us that have, certain attachment wounds. So let's just say you're, a person that when someone starts pulling away, it causes you to want to latch on even more. So there could be this dynamic here, and what this is going to ultimately do is it's going to help you, the person that has that attachment wound, to be able to focus on where it comes from, where it stems from, and ultimately heal it. Okay. So there is some kind of obsessive energy here where we might spend a lot of time fantasizing or thinking about our twin flame, even though we don't want to. It just seems to be that that's all we desire. Okay. It could turn to a little bit of a, obviously an obsession, but it can turn into like an addiction. Okay. So if we're not careful and we don't ground ourselves and we don't also focus on our own journeys, this energy can get out of hand. But that's what draws the two of you together. This is what helps the two of you focus on what you need to focus on, which is what your twin flame brings out in you. So it's not all negative, but it's like you need to take it with stride. And it's like anything that needs to just be in moderation, pretty much. So you might find that when you spend time with your twin flame, all you want to do is just, because the energy is so freaking intense, and it might just be like, it's just too much, especially if the other party is not quite at that level. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's interesting. Let's see what else. It's funny. I was actually going to say that muse. It's you're focused on, like, there's the reason that the connection and the energy is so intense is because there is something about your person that brings out the best parts in you too. Okay. So they awaken something within you. But it can be borderline obsessive. It can be borderline, oh my God, I want to spend all of my time with this person. And then we lose sight or focus of our own journeys. So this is a red hot energy, but it's like a fire. If you get too close to the flame, it will burn you, right? But yes, we have muse energy for the both of you because you guys are going to awaken the best parts of each other. When you guys spend time together, it might be that you're on fire. It doesn't mean that you can't be on fire without your twin flame physically in your life, but there is something where you've been inspired by them, they've been inspired by you, you've awoken something within each other. Okay. And let's get one last one. Ooh, interesting. We have karmic person. Now, if this is not your guys' story, then don't take this part of the reading. But there is a karmic person in either like karmic people. But karmic people, you guys, do not have to be romantic relationships. These can be friends and family members, people of their soul tribe as well as your soul tribe that will bring out your worst traits. So your twin flame is going to bring out your best parts, and this karmic person is going to bring out your worst traits. So this is very interesting to me. When you meet your twin flame, you might feel completely alive and it doesn't mean that it was a perfect connection, that they never did anything that hurt you, that there was no trauma or triggering whatsoever in that situation. But there is some sort of a karmic lesson with a karmic partner in addition to your twin flame connection. This might be playing out right now. This may have played out at some point during your separation. It may be only one of you has had a karmic person, but there could be, I feel like it's for both of you guys. So it's a part of your journey to have this, I want to say a karmic, oh God, I can't think of the word I want to use. A karmic, somebody karmically compliments you. It's like compliments. And it's bringing out some stuff in you. I always see the teddy bear's childhood trauma. So there's some sort of trauma here that's been trapped. And I feel like your twin flame could only take it so far. There needed to be a karmic partner in the mix as well along your journey in order to bring the rest of the crap out, okay? But I feel like it is getting you in preparation for your actual union with your twin flame. So very interesting the way that that's coming through. All right, let's go ahead and get some specifics here. We're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle, the first deck I ever created, but it has since been revised. And just so you guys know, this revised edition, these words are no longer on this deck. So it just says the title and my name. All right. Let's see what we need to know here. Oh, damn. Okay, so we have shadow work immediately coming through. So it is a part of your lesson to, yes, bring out some sort of shadow, dark side. Remember I said about that obsessive energy, it can feel like magic, it can feel like freaking bliss, but then it can also turn to hell, okay? Especially when someone decides that either they just aren't feeling something anymore or they're wanting to go in another direction. Whatever it is, we can fall into this this pit of hell where we feel like we're just never going to recover. So I feel like this particular connection is meant to bring out your dark side, also your ego, and uncover anything that needs to get, exposed, basically. So it may also be, so I'm just going to insert this too, because this is coming through. Some of you guys at one point might have thought that your twin flame was your karmic. Where you're just like, I don't even know if I have this right. Guys, as far as labeling is concerned, just don't even go down that rabbit hole. Trust your heart, and also trust the process, because you're connected to this person that you are watching this reading for today for a reason. So however it's supposed to pan out, it's all for you anyways. It's for your ascension and your healing. So it doesn't really matter what the label, but I am seeing that some of you guys in your shadowy, dark times have said, this is probably my karmic. This isn't my twin flame, but I feel like just for you guys to bounce back and have a different perspective later on. So just try not to waste a lot of time labeling this person. This is an experience that you're supposed to have. All right. Because they do bring out your dark side, but they also bring out your light side too. So it's like anything in life. Nothing is perfect and solid all the way around. There is duality in everything. We have spring, March, April, May. So this could be significant to your connection. Either you met in spring. These particular months could be connected to your birthdays. This could also be a reunion for the two of you, or some special achievements or something that you guys accomplish, I guess, on your journey. But spring, of course, is just growth. It's blossoming. It's like a flower. If you do not tend to this garden of yourself, of your life, then you're not going to flourish. You're not going to prosper. So for me, what this is telling me is that there's something about making sure that we don't forget to water our own garden, because when we're so obsessed with our twin flame, right? We're so obsessed with maybe everything that they need to do, or maybe we're obsessed with their karmic partner situation or whatever, then we're going to forget to water our own garden. So there is some sort of a lesson with obsessive thoughts and not getting overwhelmed with your twin flames life and what they're doing and what they have going on, and making sure that you make this journey about you too. All right. We have recognition, verify, acknowledge, and vision. Okay, look at this. She's looking into a crystal ball like she needs to know something. I need to know. Do you know how many people have come to me over the years? I mean, I'm no longer doing personal readings. That may change down the line, just like right now, I'm just not feeling that that's what my calling is. But so many times I have had that question, is this person my twin flame? And I think when I first started doing twin flame readings, I may have done that like 2 or 3 times. And I quickly realized that it wasn't my place whatsoever to even tap into that information. So I pulled away from that rather quickly, and I just never did it again, because I just don't think it's something that's actually important. It's not important to know whether this person is this or this person is that. It's an experience at the end of the day. And so if you're connecting with people on a soul level, there's a reason. And so I feel like it needs to play out however it's meant to. So again, I feel like if there is a lot of wasted time trying to uncover who this person is, I need to know if they're my twin flame or not. I feel like it's that obsessive energy that can take us off of just what the whole purpose is of this connection anyways. And I feel like they're supposed to bring out some really great aspects of you, but with the best also comes the worst. So we can't really be at our best unless we've experienced our worst. So there is some kind of a darkness that's connected to your connection. They might bring out your worst traits, but also the best parts of you too. So just take that as it resonates. But this is a part of your journey. It's meant to be this way for growth purposes. That's spring, for you to be able to blossom. Okay, Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Let's go ahead and see what else we need to know here about your lessons in this life. I love that. The Ace of Pentacles for me, especially with those words, wise investment, the best investment that you could make on this journey is in yourself. Plant your seed in your garden. If you're too busy trying to plant seeds in someone else's garden and tending to their garden, your garden is going to dry up. That's why we have the blossom energy here. The only way that you're going to blossom in this lifetime is through your own healing and your own growth. You can send your twin flame love. You can hold a spot for them in your heart. You can hold a place for them in your life. Yes, all those things, but you cannot, well, you can, but you should not stop working on yourself. You should not stop prospering and growing in this particular lifetime and going after your dreams or your goals. Definitely don't put your life on hold on account of this connection. We have the Ace of Swords. We have 2 aces. Some sort of breakthroughs and awareness and understanding comes at certain times in your journey. So there might be certain times in this journey where you feel lost, you feel confused, you feel like, what's the point? Fuck it, I'm done, right? I feel like this may have already happened several times for you guys, but the sword is offered to you again. Now, it doesn't really depict it well in this deck, but in your traditional tarot, it shows hands coming from the sky in all of the aces. This is a hand of the divine coming into you. This is a divine offer. This is an offer from the universe, from above, on your divine love connection. So these right here are insights from the divine. So we definitely don't want to turn away from that. Whatever is coming to you at certain times on your journey, it's meant to be that way. You may not, we're not meant to have all the answers all at one time. We're meant to have breakthroughs and epiphanies along our journey. And that's kind of what makes us keep trying and showing up more and more each day, is because we don't have it all figured out. So that's the best investment, is to just keep moving forward, even if you don't have all the answers, right? And also not needing to know everything all at once, because it would make life quite boring, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get another. We have the 3 of Pentacles. I love this. Both of you and your twin flame are going through very similar things. You're analyzing, you're working on yourselves, perhaps in the physical world, maybe physical body, physical health. It could also be your material life, your purpose, your mission, how you're making money, your worth, just in general. But all of these things I feel right now are a collaborative effort on both of your parts. You guys are both doing your parts here. And it may be that right in this moment, union is not the goal. And that doesn't mean it will never happen. It just means that you guys are really inspiring one another to be the best versions of yourselves and to do the work that you need to do and to face your darkness when you need to face it and to have those breakthroughs and be aware of yourself and how you can put a better foot forward, moving forward on the journey. So I feel like the major lessons right now for your connection are focusing more on what your twin flame represents to you, and using those breakthroughs or epiphanies, or using that energy very wisely, and making sure that you definitely invest in yourself first. And from there, it's like that spring garden will start to bear fruit. That garden will start to blossom in ways that you never imagined. And I love the fact that we have the eye right there in the middle of all of that blossoming, abundant energy. To me, that is, I'm seeing things very clearly. I see exactly what I need to see. I see what Spirit is showing me. So I feel like both of you are on this kind of individual journey right now, but really energetically, it's a collaborative effort because you guys are using each other's energy to, like a muse in your life, to do this work and also to create things as well. So you guys are a muse to each other on this journey at this particular time. And you guys are both together in the darkness and the light. Very cool. But there could also be other karmic relationships that are playing out right now. And those particular karmic relationships are very important to your healing and ascension at this time on your journeys. So that's what we have. So what do you guys trigger within each other for healing and ascension purposes? Let's take a look at this. So we're going to go into my twin flame journey shadows. This was just redone. Okay. How does the divine feminine trigger this divine masculine in order to heal and ascend? We have disconnected. Very interesting. So this might not resonate for everybody, but please take it if it does. Feminine, if you have pulled away from your masculine, if you are kind of purposely hanging back, not making contact, I'm actually getting that this is going to have a positive impact on the masculine because it will force him to do some of that work on himself that he may not have done if he was with you. So do you see how perhaps the separation between the two of you is necessary? It's necessary for the two of you to maybe live your individual lives right now. So in separation, this masculine will be triggered to do more work, more introspection and healing than if you guys were together. This is my divine masculine tarot and ascension journey. So let's see what else is coming through. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Even though you guys are disconnected, the masculine may be watching you, feminine. And some of you might say, well, I don't have social media, so that's not possible. It could be that he's just looking at your pictures, or he's looking at something that you wrote to him at one time in either an email or a message or a text or something like that. So he's looking back at this energy with you. He's looking back at this connection. Now, if some of you guys do have social media and he has a way of watching you, that's what I'm getting here. He is watching you. And it does say when no one's looking, so of course he doesn't want you to know that he's watching. But if he feels separated, what this does is it triggers this response in him to want to stay connected to you, to not completely let go. And that might just be the way that he connects with you during the separation. We have working hard in my zone. I love to see this as a trigger for the masculine because we know that there's something that needs to work on, just like you need to work on something. So the Eight of Pentacles is someone who's getting to work. They're doing what they need to do. They're maybe figuring out what they're doing for, their job, their career, their money situation. It could even be, it does show somebody who's painting. So this could be an artist, somebody who is creating something, works of art. And so they're just working hard in their zone while the two of you are in the separation. So they're looking, they're watching you, but they're also doing their own thing too. So I feel like that's pretty balanced. I need time to reflect. Hermit energy. So this right here is Virgo. Virgo is very analytical, needing time to just kind of, go within the shell and take that time to reflect and analyze what they're doing, what they need to do. This to me is about, what you're doing in the world, how you're of service to other people. That's Virgo's energy. And so I feel like there could be some sort of a life purpose or a mission right now that this masculine is kind of, trying to figure out. Where does he belong in the world? What is he doing? What is the point of it? Basically, is he happy with what he's doing? Is it going to provide for him the security or the accomplishments that he's, wanting to achieve? So I feel like what your disconnection and your separation right now has got this masculine reflecting and going deep within himself so he can work hard on himself to basically become a stronger version of him. That's great. And we have feelings of the Ten of Wands. My feelings overwhelm me. Okay. The masculine feels overwhelmed, perhaps, when he is with you, feminine. But when he's disconnected from you, he's also overwhelmed with his feelings. So if he pulled away from you because he felt overwhelmed, he felt like he needed some time and space, I do feel like that was an honest assessment with his feelings at the time. But guess what? He's not completely disconnected from you, because if he was, he wouldn't be watching you. He wouldn't be looking back on this connection. So that just goes to prove that you and your twin flame can never truly disconnect. There's always going to be that connection. There's always going to be, either that need or that curiosity as to what's going on with this person. And so that's what we have. Now, Ten of Wands is an indication too, where you trigger something within this masculine that maybe he's not quite ready to process, can't quite handle it. So the only way that he can handle it perhaps is to withdraw and just work hard. That's his way of processing his feelings and his emotions. So that's what we have you triggering for him. Let's see how he triggers you. What is the energy of what your masculine triggers within you, Divine Feminine? Okay, so this one wanted to come through. Ooh, fixated, obsessed, hooked. Oh my gosh, infatuated. Okay, I'm not trying to call any feminines out here and say that you're the person that's obsessed. It did come out though, okay, and we are having it here too. So there's nothing wrong with you, feminine, if you feel this powerful, just like, situation here with this masculine. There's an energy, there's a vibe, there's something that's indescribable, something you've probably never felt in your entire fucking life, right? So of course you're going to feel borderline obsessed with this or infatuated. You might see your divine masculine as the most beautiful thing you've ever laid your eyes on, and you just don't know why. You just feel this way. So it can drive you a little batty, okay? But remember, Spirit's bringing me to this because we have two eyes. The wise investment is going to be within yourself. So if you are if what was happening to you when you were with your masculine, that you were just willing to lay down and just give it all to him, just give it all, right? Maybe even just save him and want to take care of him and all this other stuff. There's not necessarily anything wrong with that kind of energy if it's balanced, but I'm getting here that it might have just been borderline. I just want to release myself to you and just give myself to you. That's the energy. So what this is telling me, you guys, is that this masculine, and I don't think it's his fault, it's just the energy. You can become quite fixated, and you can become quite just fixated on him only and not yourself. So that's another reason why you guys went into separation, is because you would not have been able to do the work together. So until you get more stable on yourself, or until this energy cools down, one of the two, It's almost like it's impossible to spend time with your twin flame and work on yourself. Yeah. So I totally understand that energy. It's nuts. Okay. Let's go into my Divine Feminine Tarot and Ascension journey, which is the match, the connector deck to the Masculine Tarot. All right, let's see. What does this masculine trigger and bring out in you, feminine? Oh my. Setting healthier boundaries. You see this? Okay, yeah. It's like, whoa. That's the Seven of Wands. It's like, back off. I got to set some healthy boundaries. You're damn right. This just, I want to give myself to you completely. I'll die for you. That's great. You know, that's like storybook, romance, fairy tale. That might be how you feel. That might be the only way that you can describe your feelings for your masculine. But in reality, it's probably not the healthiest. It probably isn't. So we're going to need to set healthy boundaries. And the only way that we can do that is by maybe removing ourselves from the addiction. We need some time. We need some space in order to catch our breath. So I feel, feminine, that also too, when we're this fixated or infatuated with someone, we may let our guard down. We may do things for them that we may say yes when we want to say no. We may want to please this person. We may just not put up healthy boundaries and get involved in things that we don't want to get involved in because we're just so into our twin flame. So I think this is interesting, the way that this is coming out, because it's telling us that if you can't set healthy boundaries, then this separation is absolutely necessary. Hierophant, okay, Taurus energy. I know that spirit led me to you for a reason. Damn straight. This particular masculine, your twin flame, I feel is the only person that brings this out in you, for sure. This is like an intensity where you're just like, who the hell am I when I'm with this person? I'm going to completely lose myself here. That's your divine masculine. And it's just because it's an energy. You don't know what to do with it. You've never felt it before. So usually when you have never felt something before, it's like winning $1 million. You've never had $1 million. You might go crazy and lose it all, right? That happens. It's just that there's no rules. You weren't handed a rule book that says, hey, this is how you're going to deal with this connection. So don't be hard on yourselves, feminine, especially if this is resonating. Oh, you guys are matching. Ten of Wands energy, ready to drop this burden. Okay. So this became very overwhelming. So remember, the masculine's feelings were very overwhelming for him. I feel the intensity of your connection. It was just too much actually for the both of you. It could have been for different reasons, but it was equally overwhelming. And it seems like there was no other way to go but than to drop this and walk away. And you can see on this card, you both came to that agreement. Now, that might not be how it actually happened. It may be that, your masculine just abruptly left your life, whatever. There could have been lots of things going on. But I'm getting on a soul level. You guys made an agreement that this is too much and that we need to perhaps set a healthy boundary and we need to step away from this, okay? Because the Hierophant is a higher level commitment. And if we're all hopped up on the passion, we're not going to get to the spiritual purpose and the true soul ascension of this connection. We're going to burn it out on all of that passion. Passion is great, right? But there's so much more to this connection than just being hopped up on a freaking fantasy. And the Hierophant is here to basically remind us that, hey, you know what? If we haven't learned this lesson, if we're not at this place yet within ourselves, then we're not really going to be able to experience this with another. So instead of burning each other out or hurting each other more than maybe you guys already did, the best thing to possibly do is the right thing, which is to walk away. Okay, leave it behind for now. Moon. This right here is Pisces energy, but also can be Cancer. I feel lost and confused. Yeah, look at this. I mean, all three of those cards show two couples, so the masculine and feminine, in a state of kind of just confusion, but they're having a serious conversation, and this is very like just solemn energy, It's just we're accepting We're accepting that we don't understand. We're accepting that something has happened here. We're accepting that we don't have all the answers. We don't know what to do. But again, rather than hurting each other, we were admitting to each other we don't know what to do. So the best thing to do is to just call it quits for now. So I feel like that's an agreement that your souls made, actually, whether you actually said those words or not. This was something that was agreed upon with your higher selves. Okay? And what triggers in you, feminine, is your need to perhaps hold on to this, not be able to let go, not be able to live your life, not be able to move forward in a healthy way. So this is something that maybe on your individual journey is actually being presented to you for you to heal and to work on. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. This is pretty deep. I only meant to go 30 minutes, but we're just going to keep going. Telepathic words and fantasies that you guys are both currently exchanging in the higher realms. Okay. Through your dreams, telepathy, 5D, all that stuff. Let's look at it. All right. This is my erotic activations oracle. That's beautiful. Romance. I want to move your heart once again. So this isn't just about, the physical. This is about actually moving your heart. And it says once again. So this is about recreating that experience, that romantic honeymoon phase. So this is a fantasy where you guys both think about how it was in the beginning, all of that romance, all of that magic. You guys both like to plug into that. So I feel like it's almost like a drug. It's almost like a high the two of you guys plug into, right? Because it was so freaking magical. Oh, we have Queen. Let me worship you. Okay, lay back and let me worship you. So it's funny. Look at this. The legs and the body. Do you see this? That's crazy. So I feel also too with him playing the piano, it seems to me like maybe music could be a connection here where you telepathically are communicating with one another through some sort of pieces of music. It could be piano specific or piano in a song, or maybe somebody does play the piano, but I feel like there's some kind of lyrics and things that you use to speak to one another. So when you hear certain things, this is actually your twin flame speaking to you. But yeah, somebody is definitely thinking about, worshiping someone and taking care of them. And that might be something that is a fantasy. Whoa. So what I'm seeing here, you guys, is that somebody is laying back and they are holding their person in their mind. And then we have pleasure. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's not just about the physical, but there's definitely some physical energy here. And then we have trust. I feel safe with you. So it's definitely like these telepathic messages have to do with, I want to move your heart. I want you to feel safe. I want to take care of you. But it's also about pleasure as well. So there's some passion here, but there's also this need to want to rebuild trust or to get to know each other or go back to the time when the two of you guys were in that romantic phase, and just it's like really plugging into that and really reveling in those old memories I feel the both of you guys could be sharing right now. All right, so let's go ahead and go now into my Divine Love Inspiration Counterpart Messages deck and see what else is telepathically being communicated. Oh, I will choose you every lifetime. Reincarnate. So basically what you guys are, relaying to one another in this higher realm energy is that every lifetime you guys are going to choose each other. You chose each other last lifetime and you chose each other in this lifetime. So it's not to say that time doesn't matter. It just means you're always going to be connected. So if we get hung up on, time frames, we're going to really lose out a lot of our experience here in this lifetime, worrying about things that, I'm not saying don't matter, but you're going to see your twin flame again. And I feel like you guys are connected already, even in this physical world, through your dreams and your heart speaking to one another. So the connection is still there. It's just you're not physically seeing it, or maybe feeling it. I feel like you're feeling it, you're just not physically seeing it. We have confidence. Keep your chin up. Others need you too. I really like this because this is saying keep going. Keep going. Keep being confident. Keep doing your thing. Keep your chin up, because other people besides me need you too. So you guys are saying this to each other. You guys are reminding each other that other people matter too. What you have going on in your other relationships or your responsibilities, those things matter. So keep your chin up and keep rocking. We have knowingness. No one gets me the way that you do. And there's just this understanding. And we have moon energy here. So I feel like when the moon is full, there's something that you guys just know and understand about each other. You get very clear telepathic messages, or you have very crystal clear dreams. And this is going to give you some sort of an answer to a question that you have about your twin flame. So definitely write things down, especially during the full moon. Look at this. I caress you when you sleep. You guys are visiting each other in your dreams. That's coming through. So I caress you while you sleep. You might feel your twin, because that's why I corrected myself. I'm like, you don't see, you feel them, but you don't see them. You know that they're there. You feel it. Like when you wake up, you almost feel the sensation that you were just with your twin flame, because you were. Okay. So you guys have this other realm where you're connecting, even though it just is not happening in the physical. So that's beautiful. Let's go ahead and get some songs, since we know that music is a part of this connection. This is my Divine Masculine Haunted deck. I have a playlist for these decks on my Mystic Moon channel here, so be sure to check them out if I don't name the song. Hurts Like Hell. This is from Flurry. I loved and I lost you. This is a beautiful song. And it's funny because there's something about a key. It's the heart. You're the key to my heart, or the heart to the world, or something like that. So this connection is key for sure. This connection, your love. But see, loving and then losing you was also key in this Divine Masculine's life. Okay. It wasn't a straightforward situation. He had to go through something. He had to love you, and then he had to lose you, and then perhaps just to love you again. So there's kind of like this, like I loved, it says I love and I loved and I lost you, but I'm getting I loved, I lost you, and I loved you again. So to me, this is like an endless cycle here. You guys are always going to end back up with each other. So definitely check out that song. And that is a message there in those lyrics. Oh, love this. This is from PM Dawn. I Die Without You. Oh my gosh, is it my turn to be the one to cry? Ooh. It's from that movie Boomerang. Oh, I love that movie. So yeah, it hurts like hell that your masculine is without you, right? And is it his turn to now be the one to cry? So I feel like in this I've lost you phase, this masculine might really feel like it's his turn to feel the loss. Okay, so that might be communicated to you. And last one, Love Bites. This is from Def Leppard. Oh man, making love to you might drive me crazy. That's true, because we do know that there's some kind of a frenzy when the two of you guys are in each other's presence. It's like a freaking frenzy. Like I don't know that you guys would be able to see each other. So if there are other relationships taking place, it might not be the best thing to see each other, because I don't know that you guys would be able to hold back when it comes to this connection. So let's go ahead and get some songs from the Divine Feminine Ghost deck. Made of You. I don't know who sings this song, but like I said, it will be in the playlist for the Divine Feminine Ghosted. But basically it says she doesn't know that you're my design. So we did get karmic partner that came up in this reading. I don't know if the masculine has a karmic partner currently, or there was a significant karmic partner in his life at one time, but it's almost like you feminine, you're basically saying you're my design. Now it's not like you're taking credit for that, and it's not like you're saying that you own your divine masculine, but you guys have been together in many lifetimes. So who he is today has a lot to do with you, just like who you are today has a lot to do with him. So kind of in a way, it's like a true statement, right? She doesn't know it, but actually you're my design, right? So that's funny, like made of you. We also have you'll see. This is from Madonna. I have truth on my side. You only have deceit. This is interesting. There could have been a situation that occurred between you and the masculine where there was some sort of a lie or deceit, a mistruth, right? And maybe you see something, right? And you're waiting for your masculine to see the error of his ways. And maybe that is something that he is working out in a karmic relationship, or maybe he got bit, right? In a karmic relationship. And I just feel that he's learned a thing or two. And we only really truly learn when we go through something ourselves. And then we kind of think back and go, wow, that might, at least that's how I must have signed up, you know, when I was like, you know, coming to Earth school, that I wanted immediate fucking karma. I wanted to learn my lesson within 5 minutes, because within 5 minutes of me doing something really stupid, I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I gotcha. Got that. Okay. Different Stars. This is from Trespassers William. This is a beautiful song. Different stars. Do you think of me wherever you are? Well, of course, your masculine's thinking of you, feminine. It's very clear and evident. You guys both think about each other wherever you are, even though you're under different stars, which isn't true. The stars are, you know, under all of us, or we're under all of them. But, you know, you can see different stars, or stars brighter in different places of the world. So there could be some distance here between the two of you, but you guys are thinking about each other wherever you are. And I just feel like it's becoming evident through these songs that you hear, or these dreams that you have, that you guys are definitely always connected. So these are beautiful songs. Hopefully you'll look them up. Those are the messages. Now let's go ahead and end this reading with, at this point in time, what is your destiny moving forward as twin flames? So this deck is actually not mine, but I will put it down below. What is your destiny as twin flames moving forward? Let's see here. We have cosmic flow. Your power comes from within. Your tears are an expression of light and beauty. Your heart feels and sees. In here you will find me. So remember I was talking about the light and the dark of your connection? And that really came through with these cards here. This was the dark, right? The worst. This is the light, the best. So there is some kind of flow in the dark and light here. When you are experiencing tears, this is basically talking about, in here you will find me. You will also find me in the light. So you're going to find your twin flame in the light and the dark. So it's destined that the two of you guys experience both, I feel like, extreme highs and extreme lows with each other, or just when you think about one another and how it affects you. This is meant to happen because it's helping you guys to flow something from within. It's helping you to, I feel, purge, to get rid of something that isn't really serving. So you guys essentially become a cosmic flow for each other, okay? You're helping each other to flow outward, as well as express yourself, to put yourself out there in the world, you know, to become more confident. I'm seeing as well. Healing your heart. So this says, by healing your heart first, your inner beauty is expressed in how you treat yourself, your twin, and others. Remember, I was talking about the wise investment needs to be in yourself first. So when you heal your own heart, you're going to be able to flow back into one another. So it is a part of your destiny to do this heart chakra work and to really focus on that heart energy. And when you do this to me is one of the ways that you will flow back into that union. We also have searcher. So this says here, we search for answers to many things in this lifetime. Focus your soul in defining your true purpose and fulfilling your own or your karmic ancestry. As an awakened twin, honor each other's choices and timing for completion to spiritual and soul alignment. So remember, you guys, instead of searching for specific answers such as, is this my twin flame? When will we see each other? When will we experience union? Instead of searching for those answers, focus instead on your own healing and ascension. That is literally what that card is saying. So when you stop searching and when you do the work, this seems when the cosmos are going to flow and push your connection into alignment. That's what's destined. Finding you meant finding me, see? So when you found each other, you ended up finding yourselves. So finding you meant finding me and then finding you again. So it's funny because this card here, which is I loved, and I lost you. There's some kind of play on words here. I loved, I lost you, and then I loved you again. Finding you meant finding me, and then once I found myself, I found you again. That's what I'm getting here. So it says, in the pain of separation lies our strength. This pain and anguish will help to complete our journey. Remember, we are never far apart from each other, but connected energetically through our hearts. Absolutely. So the way that you feel about yourself also has an impact on how your twin flame feels about you. So we definitely want to strengthen that energy. All right, let's get one more. And we have surrender. So it says, by surrendering to ourself, not our twin. Okay, very interesting. It says, we let go of all things that imprison us. We must unbind our soul from the questions of why, what, when, and how. Holy smokes. Once we release the time expectations of togetherness, we find our self-truth and our divine purpose. Whoa, I don't think it could be any clearer than that. It's almost like when we find ourselves is when we find each other once again. So this is going to flow back into your life when this work is done. So that is what we are being shown here in today's reading. That is the destined energy moving forward. So let's go ahead and get a few more messages and then we're going to close up. This is my Diviner's Oracle deck. At this point in time, what is your destiny moving forward as twin flames? Your destiny is to do the work. Oh my God. Okay. Well, you see it for yourself. Marriage, merging, relationships, agreement. Okay. That's what I'm getting is when you find yourself, when you do that healing is when the two of you will merge and flow back together once again, for sure. You'll make an agreement to come back together. You'll make an agreement to solidify this connection and to take it to a higher level of commitment. Not all of you have to actually legally be married, but it just means you're coming together and you're making the ultimate commitment to each other. We have bad health, interesting. In sickness and in health, that's just what I got. In sickness and in health. Don't want to say that someone is going to get sick or anything like that, but it might be a turning point for someone where, they have a scare and they realize that life is too short. That's what I just got. Life is too short. I don't want to live without you anymore. We have the sun. Beautiful. This is very powerful. It's powerful. It moves mountains, basically, this scare. Okay. This energy here. It scares someone. It scares the life. It scares the crap out of someone. They want to live. They want to live. And it gives them a newfound awareness. It gives them a newfound passion for life, passion for living. And they feel like they're in their power and they can move mountains with this power. So I'm just seeing here that someone may have something that happens to them, or it could even happen to someone else. And it's just a reminder of how precious life is and how the two of you guys don't want to waste any more time. So I feel like that's also destined. Let's go ahead and get a few more cards. This is my connections for the Modern World Tarot. It's like in the end, you guys are going to be together. That's the world. Completion, fulfilled, eternal. So you guys are going to come back around. You guys are going to complete and wrap up cycles, right? And this, of course, bad health could just be that, someone's going through some karmic shit. And once they clear up that karmic cycle, which is connected to the world, then the two of you guys can be in a situation where you're merging, coming together, and growing in a positive way. We have Seven of Wands. It's interesting, really fighting for it, right? Maintaining. So this is maintaining, protecting, and enduring. We have the strength and the courage to fight for this and carry on, to move mountains. That's interesting. I just said that. There's mountains there. We have the power and the strength to move mountains. And oh my gosh, we have the sun twice. That's just, yeah. We didn't have it before. We didn't have that. And we wouldn't know it unless we knew what suffering was or what loss was. So we couldn't have known what true love was unless we were in that separation from that love. We wouldn't know what it was to be happy and alive unless we had a near-death experience or, were ailing in our health. So there's something extreme I feel that does take place. And I'm not trying to scare anyone saying someone's going to almost die, but there will be some sort of a shell shock situation where somebody has like a major epiphany, and it's a life-changing perhaps event that takes place on this journey that gets someone to really sit there and think about what it is that they want. And what I'm seeing that's destined for the two of you is to come back together in this world and complete this soul contract, and to pick it back up and to carry it on in the sun's energy, in the light energy, because you guys have already experienced all that darkness, and now it's time to experience the happiness and joy that the sun is all about, because you guys have both grown so much. So I feel like your connection really thrives when the two of you guys have really grown so much. Yeah. So that's what I have. Ooh, all right, you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks again for choosing to stop by and watch this reading today. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.